I don't know. It wasn't my fault. I don't know who threw that squid on the floor, but
yeah, who
let
would
me
do
tell
that?
you.
All right, so we got Zane
awesome.
and Mr. E in winners finals. This is cool.
I mean, speaking of animals, we better pray that we don't have to call animal control, or not even just animal control. We have to call the cops for animal abuse, because these are two really good players and they can just absolutely destroy each other. We have Mr. E and Zane, both of them. They're so amazing and awesome and talented, as I have to keep on reminding you guys, because I don't know what it is about this game and like New York, and people are just like, oh, Zoners, I hate New York. Absolutely not. We have some amazingly talented people here.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to laugh. Darumgar, amazing friend of the stream, and of metagaming, and of Aeon, sends me a direct message. Quote, "Redhead slander is valid." Immediate angry react from me. Immediate angry react. Redhead slander is not valid. Redheads are a treasure, and we must protect them at all costs. Please. Please.
Wait, I don't know why I was talking about redheads, because I have red hair.
I don't know
a
why
short bit.
either. We were talking about blondes or something because this stupid dog. And this stupid dog is doing an amazing job so far, but will they get back to center stage here as Mr. E continues his rampage from before?
I mean, to be quite honest, we've seen...
Ooh, that was an amazing slash just to get rid of the can and then keep this stock alive. Looks like Mr. E gets one more chance, but not if the gunman has anything to say about it, with the quick snipe from the ledge. And now it's Zane who puts himself in the corner, and I think Mr. E's going to capitalize on that here if he can get back down from that platform. Sheesh.
Oh, wow. This is just looking like such a hard time for Mr. E. Zane has been putting on so much pressure, and they just have not been letting up. And, this was a situation we've seen with Mr. E and PK Chris, where Mr. E was just like, okay, I'm just going to be a little bit careful because, I can eventually figure out how I want to get around this. And, we can see that this set here, but, with the way that Zane has been playing, they can definitely steal this game from Mr. E.
Yeah, and I mean, would it be a steal, though, when Zane's got this quality lead here, 118% to a fresh stock? Now it's Mr. E taking the opportunity from the corner to get that up tilt and get some big damage. But Zane trying to stay in control and trying to seal this stock up real tight, and it's looking like without these projectiles, Zane's struggling because that can is running away. Man, this has been a very interesting stock. I feel like the way Zane's playing is like trying to always catch up with the can, which Mr. E is doing a great job of manipulating by like swatting it away. And oh my god, went so deep, went too deep. Zane had no choice but to just fall over and die in the bottom blast zone. But comes back and quickly seals up the stock, says that was ridiculous. I'm not going to let you get away with that one.
Oh no, in the arms of the angel.
Seriously.
There's some percent already. Mr. E is looking like he's ready to take this stock and this game, and they've been doing so well at just keeping Zane at the ledge, and it's just like, this is so crazy because like this is what I was talking about. This is the complete reversal of a Mr. E thing. Just wow.
Oh, that down air, if it didn't get interrupted by the can, it might have actually just got the spike hitbox. Jeez.
Oh, Jesus. This is definitely very scary for Zane. They have to kind of, start some semblance of advantage and just make sure that they've been doing what they've been doing this entire first half of this game and just keeping Mr. E out, keeping Mr. E at the ledge, and just not letting go.
Well, this could be an opportunity to do exactly that, but Mr. E finds a way to just kind of jump over all the pressure. Zane kind of committed to a big F smash, which, definitely a questionable move there. Kind of overcommitment when you're at 156. Maybe you got to throw some haymakers. I definitely respect it. But, oh, this is going to work out in the end. Oh, that up air didn't quite land, but we're still living, though.
They're at 170%. What's going on here? Excuse me?
Oh, that was great shield work.
Wow.
Great shield work from Zane, but Mr. E was able to clean it up anyway. That was awesome.
Oh my god, that was so amazing. Zane, they definitely had that game. They were looking so proficient, but you can never let Mr. E have anything.
Mr. E is the kind of player where if you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. Like, he really will run away with things if you let him. And Zane obviously almost made the same exact kind of play there where, like, with one small opening, they were able to land, like almost 100% and possibly get an offstage hit. But it was just not meant to be, I guess. So now we're going to head into game 2 on Battlefield.
Speaking of this, you know, honestly, we saw Zane was at 170%, and I think I just have to kind of note that not even just alone with Stocktaker's game, they have been just being so proficient while they're in disadvantage, and I just need to point that out because it's so good, and that was almost just a horrible time for Mr. E. But whenever they're in disadvantage, they make sure they do everything, and even not even speaking of disadvantage, we're in an advantage, and you know, Zane's already up a stock at 74%, 87%, and still trying to get back to stage. This could look very bad for Zane. And just
oh my goodness. A lot of people don't know the way that up B operates, where you can kind of do one attack or one air dodge out of that up B, but that's it. So when Zane threw out that nair, that was Mr. E's chance to strike, but it looked like he was too slow on the draw there.
Absolutely. And this is definitely one of the things we're just trying to see Zane get back to center stage. Very nice tech from Mr. E, and that up B going to take that first stock from Zane. Jesus, this is so scary for both of these players. Oh, God. Okay, kind of feeling a little bit out.
I feel like Zane kind of, like, dropped some of the pressure with that edge guard. Like, kind of just, you know, put the gunman out and just decided to let gunman do all the work, but that really didn't work out. That air dodge, too, was definitely a little predictable, and Mr. E was right there to cover it with a big F smash for the early kill.
Let me tell you, Mr. E, he'll just take everything. As you said, he takes an inch, or give him an inch, he takes a mile, and we're 34 miles into this game.
Yeah.
We're, you know, not even 34. We're at 35 miles. I had to make that abundantly clear what percent we're at. But just literally, this is the second time they've done this to Zane, where Zane was in the lead both of these games, and they just took it like that. What's going on here?
I feel like the big difference maker so far has just been, like, Mr. E's defense has been absolutely incredible. Not only the parries and the uppies out of shield like that, especially in corner pressure situations, but also Mr. E's been doing a fantastic job of swatting away the can, which most characters don't have the luxury of being able to do without risking getting hit. But with a big disjoint like your forward air, or even your back air, or your forward tilt, Mr. E is able to use Lucina's, like, excellent, like, use her advantages to his advantage. You know, like, that's her best trait. And see how he's just going to get rid of that can? Yeah, see, we don't need it. Get rid of it, right?
Absolutely. Both of these players.
But, like, a character like Wolf really couldn't do that. Like, what's he going to do? Like, forward tilt it? Like, that still risks getting hit by the can. So.
Well, I mean, we saw what happened last week. We already know what Wolf can do.
Yeah. He wants to use the laser, get rid of it, but.
Of course, he has to use the B button.
And up air, wow.
Speaking of B buttons, this is not the B button. This is the A button. That up air taking that second game. We're in a best of 5 situation, correct?
We are in a best of 5. This is winners finals.
And let me tell you, this has to be so demoralizing for Zane to have just 2 extremely explosive games from the jump, from the get-go, and then immediately just have Mr. E just swipe it right under your feet. And well, I mean your paws at this point, but I mean it's just like, wow. I mean, I definitely have faith in them. They're one of the best players, or Duck Hunt players. I mean, best players, just a really good player altogether. I'm so sorry, but this is a very...
I don't think they'll take offense. Zane, obviously, not only a good player, but an amazing Duck Hunt player, and also plays a few other characters to a really high degree. So we'll see if this Duck Hunt can take a game and start some forward momentum for Zane. Meanwhile, it's going to be Mr. E who's looking to close out this set right here.
Now, I'm definitely kind of confused about this pick right here because, you know, New York is the only place that to my knowledge, that still has Lylat, and I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to show a little bit of bias here, but I hate Lylat.
So, all right, let me as the TO of the event, allow me to explain the logic behind Lylat.
Okay.
So we basically went to the Smash World Tour rule set website.
Okay.
We took their rule set and we copy and pasted it. So they have Lylat on the Smash World Tour rule set. It's the recommended rule set, right?
Uh-huh.
And so we took their recommendation. if people don't like the Smash World Tour rule set, I recommend hitting up the man in charge of that, because that's what we're using. Because we figured that was the most official rule set we could use. I personally have no problem getting rid of this stage. It's definitely a bit janky. But if the Smash World Tour is going to allow it, I think it's best for our competitors to allow them to practice on it if they want to compete in the Smash World Tour. So I don't want them to be at a disadvantage.
Absolutely. And this is not the only place that does have Lilat. But
that's true. I think Xeno has it as well.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is looking like this. Wow, that was very nice from Zane. They just barely hit that with
the slightest tap.
They did it again.
Yes,
and they did it again.
It's keeping it in the air for just long enough where Mr. E, it's causing him to doubt his recovery, and as a result, Zane was able to get that kill. That was really, really smart, and I hope Zane continues to use that as like a nice little edge guard option, because it's really hard for Lucina to get around it if it's just kind of floating there. So that little tap is all you need.
Absolutely. Now, we're just getting into the second stock right here. Mr. E is looking a lot more confident in this game alone. They have literally been in the driver's seat this whole time, and they're going to get that F smash to take that second stock from Zane. This is looking like a hard, just full, not even read. Like, Zane, they've been doing really well, but now Mr. E's in driver's seat, and they've been taking Zane for a ride.
Yeah, but this driver's seat doesn't look too comfy to be in, because this stock has been all about Zane just keeping Mr. E at the ledge. And now that we're in center stage, this big three-piece combo into up air, oh, I thought the second up air was going to do it. But now that Mr. E's got his feet on the ground, it's going to be his turn to, oh, never mind. Nope. Zane finds a sneaky way to get in a down smash, which kind of sends him backwards and behind, and quickly ends that stock. So now it's Zane with a small lead here. Well, for a brief moment in time. If Zane can just get their feet back on the ground.
Let's do the time warp again. And getting into this time warp, or not even time warp, just percent warp. This is looking like,
man,
a very decisive 3-0.
Yeah.
From Mr. E.
There were pockets of time where Zane was in like super complete control, but they didn't have enough